I didn't know who he was.
You should have.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most heart-wrenching moments in Invincible. A spoiler alert is in effect.
It's right to pity them, Mark, but wrong to value them over your own kind.
Number 10, Guardians of the Globe's funeral. After the Guardians' brutal murder at the hands of Omni-Man, the GDA holds a televised funeral to give their fans around the world some closure.
The Guardians of the Globe. Today, we have lost titans, protectors, heroes.
However, the real ceremony is a much different affair, as the Guardians' friends and family gather in the rain to pay their respects. Omni-Man gives a speech that sounds heartfelt.
I hope they will rest in peace, but at least they will rest together.
It's tempting to believe that he actually means what he says about being lucky to have a supportive partner.
It was a rare, lucky few of us who found someone who understood our path.
Meanwhile, Olga breaks down in despair, and Mark realizes that being a superhero is no game. It comes with real dangers. The scene is dark and somber, with a chilling undertone that comes from knowing the murderer is right in their midst. Number 9, Donald realizes he's a cyborg. We were as shocked as Debbie was to see Donald show up alive in Season 2. Near the end of Season 1, he exploded in a noble act of self-sacrifice.
It's been an honor, sir. Who are you talking to?
So, how is he up and walking around now? It turns out there's more to Donald than meets the eye. Fans of the comic already know that he's basically a robot, but he's only just figuring that out himself.
Sir, when Debbie came to speak with you, she seemed distressed when she saw me.
He suspects something strange is going on after Debbie's confused reaction to seeing him. After he discovers security footage of himself blowing up, he takes a drastic step to learn the truth, stabbing himself in the arm. He draws blood, but also bends the tip of the knife. We'd be freaking out too.
I know you know that's not me.
Donald, where the hell are you?
Number 8, Eve's park collapses. Eve's relationship with her parents and her powers has always been contentious. As she matures, she realizes that she's more interested in helping people directly than in fighting supervillains. Unfortunately, her attempt to make things better for an inner-city neighborhood doesn't work out the way she'd hoped. She turns a dirty, vacant lot into a beautiful park, and at first, the residents are delighted. Later, during an argument with her parents, Eve's father reveals that the lot was unstable and the park collapsed, injuring dozens of people.
The whole lot was unstable. That's why the city never built there.
Eve is devastated, and the heartless way her father rubs it in makes her feel even worse.
Your powers don't make you a hero. They make you dangerous.
I have to go.
Don't come back until you figure that out.
Number 7, Mark and the Guardians are defeated. It's not just that this battle was especially brutal, it's also the fact that it was basically pointless. Mark, Monster Girl, Samson, and the other Guardians face off against Machine Head's henchmen and discover how vulnerable they actually are. Several of them are nearly killed, and for what? Just so Titan can take his boss's place as a crime lord. Perhaps worst of all is that Omni-Man saw the whole thing and could have stepped in at any time. Instead, he chose to stand by and watch his son get beaten almost to death.
She's fibrillating. Step back.
Number 6, Omni-Man flies aimlessly through space. The creators of this show really know how to use a good soundtrack. After Omni-Man nearly kills his own son and abandons Earth, he flies through space in a long, sad scene set to Nick Cave's melancholy version of Avalanche.
I stepped in to an avalanche.
Nolan's inner turmoil is obvious. He's been brainwashed to believe in the Viltrumite mission above all else, but now he also realizes he can't ignore his love for his family. As he hovers on the edge of a black hole, he seems ready to give up on everything. It's only the sudden appearance of the Thraxan ship that saves him from oblivion. Number 5, Talia watches as Viltrumites attack Alan. Alan the alien is one of the most lovable characters in the series. In Season 2, we finally get to see his home and learn his backstory. But just a short time later, Viltrumites attack, demanding he give them information about Nolan and Mark.
Are you certain he sired an heir? Are you certain he abandoned his post?
As his girlfriend Telia watches in horror, they savagely beat him, nearly killing him.
The father. Which one was he again? You Biclops all kind of look the same to me.
The moment is shocking, and the pain and fear on Telia's face is obvious. It becomes clear how much Telia cares for Alan when we see her sitting beside his hospital bed in the next scene. We can only imagine what it was like for her to watch this horrific fight.
How is he?
Alive. For now.
Number 4, Rudy's original body dies. It's probably safe to say that Rudy Connors has had a tough life. He's a genius, but his body is weak and deformed, forcing him to interact with the world using robot drones. With the help of the Mauler twins, he copies his consciousness into a young, healthy body, but the process takes a toll on the original Rudy. In an emotional moment, the two meet face to face, and the new Rudy allows the original to die peacefully.
I'm sorry it wasn't you.
Don't be happy. Change the world.
After a lifetime of pain and hardship, it's clearly the most humane decision, but that doesn't make it any less heartbreaking to watch. Number 3, Phase 2's death. Her unique powers are the result of a government experiment that made her one of a kind. Unfortunately, the scientists kept trying to replicate Eve, with progressively worse results.
Now concentrate on maintaining your form.
The children produced by these failed attempts are unstable at a molecular level and forced to live in tubes. When they're unleashed to take down Eve, the fight is bloody and brutal, but mostly just pitiful. The kids' bodies begin to fall apart until they disintegrate completely.
Help him!
I can't.
Phase 2, the only one of the group who could talk, dies in Eve's arms, his body floating away like ashes in the wind.
I wish everything was different for us.
Though he was trying to kill her, Eve is left with nothing but sympathy for her doomed sibling.
They killed themselves, trying to hurt me.
Number 2, Debbie is kicked out of the support group. Mark's mum has been through a lot. She's just learned that her marriage of 20 years was a lie, and her only son has nearly gotten killed several times. Anyone would find it hard to cope in her position. In Season 2, all of her anger and grief suddenly boil over into a breakdown. Then, she joins a support group for spouses of superheroes, and it seems like there's hope on the horizon. Finally, she has people to talk to who understand what she's dealing with. That is, until she reveals her identity to the partner of one of Omni-Man's victims.
You mean...
Yeah.
She was the green ghost. Guess I just broke rule number 1 of SOS.
It's an absolute gut punch for Debbie and the audience. She already feels guilt over Omni-Man's crimes, and this only makes it worse.
I wish I could grieve and move on, but I can't. I can't.
I wish he was dead too. But not for your sake. You shouldn't come back to the group. Wouldn't be a safe space with you there.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. You Dead, I'd Still Have You. The Season 1 finale sees Invincible and Omni-Man facing off in a vicious battle.
For the first time in your life, I'm telling you the truth.
Nolan wants to convince Mark that the Viltrumite takeover of Earth is for the best, and he's prepared to do whatever it takes. At least, he thinks he is.
This is my home, and I won't let you destroy it!
You don't know what you're saying, and I can't let you interfere.
After beating his son almost to death, he berates him, demanding to know what Mark will have left hundreds of years from now, when his earthly friends and family are gone. Mark's answer is heart-wrenching.
You, Dad. I still have you.
It hits Nolan so hard that he does something no other Viltrumite has done. He abandons his post. In the Season 2 premiere, we see the effects of this devastating fight on Mark. He's still doing his hero thing, but he's clearly just going through the motions.
Mark, I need you.
Thank God.
What?
I have to go.
Wait, Mark, wait.
Which scene had you reaching for a tissue? Be sure to let us know in those comments below.
I just thought it was fun.
It's not, okay? It's freaking scary.
Oh, come on, it's cool.
Normal people aren't supposed to be able to do things like that.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.